Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I'm so excited to have this day here today. I'm going to introduce a very important person, a very sweet, a very humble, a very kind, sweet lady that we've been eager to know for a long time. We didn't just know her because she's a mayor. She was one of the best council members we used to have. I used to live on Georgia Avenue. They called me. I said, you can be a mayor. I said, no. Mayor Bowser will go house to house, walk from Pet Ward, any house. She doesn't care who lives there, whether, you black, white, green, whoever. She just talks to you. She's very welcoming, and her facial impression is very, very welcoming. And I'm going to introduce that sweet person today here. We're so grateful to have her at Curious Explorers. Welcome.
Thank you, HyeSook. Oh, thank you, HyeSook. What a great introduction. Thank you. Everybody, give HyeSook a big round of applause. I am very happy to be here. All week we've been talking about early childhood education and especially child care in the District of Columbia. And it is very nice that part of our week we're spending on Georgia Avenue. HyeSook was telling me the story of her finding this place and driving by and feeling like this is the place where she would open her child care center and finally seeing somebody here. I have a similar story of driving by this place, boarded up and vacant for probably 10 years, and saying to myself, when is somebody going to find this place, come in, build it out, and do something very important with it? And I couldn't be happier that HyeSook was the person who found it and had the vision to serve DC children in this place on Georgia Avenue. I'm joined by the Deputy Mayor for Education, Jennifer Niles, and the Deputy Mayor for Health and Human Services, HyeSook Chung. My General Counsel is also here. And we are talking about several initiatives in the Bowser administration that are focused on infants and toddlers, focused on DC families, and how to make sure that DC families have access to quality child care in every part of the district. At the beginning of the week, we talked about Thrive by 5, which is an initiative where we will centralize information for kids and families with a focus on infants and toddlers. And DC residents can find all of that information at thriveby5.dc.gov. We also talked about a new initiative that we propose in the FY18 budget that is before the council as we speak. And that initiative is aimed at the creation of 1,300 more infant and toddler slots across the district. So an investment of $15 million, we hope, will incentivize the expansion of providers like HyeSook here, or ask others to come into our market to provide quality slots. We visited a district building, in fact, the Reeves building, where we have one such child care center that benefits from being in a DC government facility. And our proposal will include the addition of at least 3 more to start. And so today we are here, and I've asked the deputy mayors to join me to say more about our need to focus on infant and toddler slots, what it means for the city, and how we will work with providers and work with educators so that our kids not only are having daycare, but they're being enriched and getting ready for school and life while they're here. So let me first turn to Deputy Mayor Chung.
Oh my goodness, this is a dream come true. I am so excited to be here among babies and our youngest residents. Thank you so much, Mayor and Deputy Mayor Niles, for the commitment on improving child care in the district. And we thank the director and all the staff opening this wonderful, wonderful, beautiful facility. As we have learned, so much of the development and growth of that little child's brain happens the first 3 years of life, and we have to start earlier. What we've learned is that by the time kids get to preschool, it may be too late to help them succeed in life and in school. So we are focused on improving the quality of a toddler's and an infant's youngest experience so that they're ready to learn, ready to succeed, and ready to really, really thrive. So we want to focus on long-term strategies that closes the academic achievement gap. And as a leader in supporting early care and education, the district continues to support just monumental investments in significant programs in early care and education and child and maternal health. We provide programs that focus on health and early learning opportunities, like nutrition programs and newborn health screenings. We also provide early intervention programs, as well as programs focused on early literacy, this connection to learning. And so we have pre-K, universal pre-K actually, and we have early Head Start and Head Start and literacy programs like our Books to Birth. We want to ensure that they have every opportunity to start learning as they age. And last year, the mayor committed an astounding amount of dollars for creation of childcare and asked Deputy Mayor Niles and I to really think creatively and boldly about what that means, that we could provide more resources for new parents and new district families. So we can give every child, every family a strong start and a clear pathway to the middle class. As the mayor mentioned, the Thrive by 5 DC is a one-stop resources for families. As a mother of 2 grown children, when I came home with my first baby, I was overwhelmed. They did not come with a manual. They did not come with a book. I just looked at her so perplexed about what I needed to do to ensure that she was going to be healthy. So our approach is this very comprehensive, coordinated focus that provides the long-term success for children and their families and parents. So we hope, and we will continue, as the mayor said, that our city continues to invite families to live, and as we experience this baby boom, that we attract and keep the families that have babies as our youngest residents. And initiatives like Thrive by 5 will help support the growth of our city and continues to focus on all the needs of our youngest citizens. Thank you so much again for being here, and I now will hand it over to Deputy Mayor Niles.
Good morning. Thank you, Mayor Bowser, Deputy Mayor Chung. It is a pleasure to be here, and it's a pleasure to meet HyeSook. I have to start by saying it's also Teacher Appreciation Week, and so it's very appropriate that we're here. I also learned that young Benjamin, who's behind me, is actually the son of the principal of HyeSook's child's school. And so we're taking care of each other's children, which is, I think, just a wonderful, lovely snapshot of what we're trying to do here in the city. So thank you to all of the educators who are here in this center, who are down the street at Center City Brightwood, and who are all across the city serving our kids. This week is really about celebrating how we serve our youngest residents. And this is important for many reasons. As the Deputy Mayor for Education, I see the work that we do in 0 through 3 is what's setting our kids up for success in pre-K, which is setting ourselves up for kindergarten, which is to make sure that they're college and career ready for after finishing high school to go on to post-secondary, so that they can have a prosperous, happy, successful life and here in DC, and that's what we want to set up. I am somebody who also, HyeSook founded a school, Yale Haynes Public Charter School, and so I know how difficult it is to start something. But I also know how important it is to have the support of all of the folks around you pulling for you. And I just want you to know that you have the whole city pulling for you and for other centers. We want to expand the number of child care seats that we have, especially for infant and toddlers. And so in this budget, as the mayor mentioned, we've put forward a proposal to have $15.3 million Most of that would be grants towards facilities, because we know that facilities are crucial. Also towards certification, so that we have the folks with the qualifications that they need. One of the things I just have to highlight about that is that 2 years ago, a pilot started with high school students at Capital City Public Charter School, so that high school students would spend 2 years and get their CDA at the end of that 2 years with 6 credits towards college to graduate. We're going from 10 students to 150 students. And we're going to partner with the Marion Barry Summer Youth Employment Program, so that they'll do that for the 2 summers, so that you'll have interns if you want to help you, right? So there's another virtuous circle or cycle. Really excited. The other thing that we wanted to highlight this morning too is that we need to make sure that when folks start a new entity for infant and toddlers, that they get the support that they need. And so we're both really pleased to have some pro bono lawyers that are going to help us. We have all of our agencies with the Small Business Bureau and some others. And so we want to make sure that folks know all the different resources, and including those that are at OSSI. And so part of this grant too will include 2 folks who will be full-time working as navigators for people who want to expand their infant and toddlers. And so we know that that's really crucial too. We are committed to our earliest residents. As you heard described, the Thrive by 5 initiative, which is a one-stop shop. We also are going to be creating a My Child Care DC. For those of you who are familiar with how we were trying to make schools make more sense with My School DC, we're going to create that for parents about My Child Care DC. Now, you'll be happy to know that that's not a lottery. But it will be a one-stop place for folks to figure out all the different centers, their different qualifications, what they offer, and so that parents can go there for that. I'm just proud of our FY18 budget that the mayor has put forward. It's the largest investment we've ever made in public education in the history of the District of Columbia. Just to emphasize, we're not just focused on our K through 12 students, though we all love them dearly, but it's really making sure that our 0 through 3 students get off to the right start that they need. So thank you, Mayor Bowser, for your leadership in this, and Deputy Mayor Chung, and congratulations. And I also want to recognize Elizabeth Groginski from our Office of the State Superintendent for Education as well. So thank you.
Thank you. So briefly, but importantly, I have a congratulatory letter for the Curious Explorers Child Development Center. It says, as Mayor of Washington, D.C., it's my pleasure to congratulate Curious Explorers on the grand opening and ribbon cutting of your newly expanded facility. Curious Explorers has taken care of our littlest residents for many years, and they are beloved by parents and grandparents alike. I was so touched by the adorable welcome banner made by the Curious Explorers young people as my team and I held a community walk last month, and I look forward to watching them as they blossom into students at our schools and after. Once again, congratulations on today's ribbon cutting. Thank you. Okay. Oh, I'm taking questions. The deputy mayors will stand close by. Yes. Are there any questions? Yes.
My name is Virginia Benjamin. This is my grandson, Rich Benjamin.
Hello, Ms.
I
Benjamin.
live in Delaware. I'm just here because my son was unable to stay and my daughter is traveling.
Okay.
But one of my big concerns, and I was a social worker for 30-something years in Delaware, is the cost of child care. And I am just appalled, and I know that good child care is expensive, but I'm 68 years old. I waited 68 years old to have a grandchild. I'd like to have a few more. And I just can't see how, in heaven's name, my son and daughter would be able to afford another child.
Well, that is part of the reason why we're focused on these programs, to attract more seats, to increase the supply in the city. And we hope that that prices act the way they normally do when there's more supply, that it can level out the cost. But not only that, ma'am, we have to have access across the city, and that's what part of our programs are focused on. And you have a lovely grandson.
Just to add, my son and daughter are so very, very pleased with this place.
All right. I'm glad to hear that. Thank you. Yes, sir.
Mayor Bowser, John Aaron from WTOP. We've heard a lot about the shortage numbers for available seats versus children in D.C. Do you have any idea of how many people from Maryland and Virginia also use the D.C. daycare system?
I don't know if we don't know. Maybe Elizabeth or Jenny can tell me.
We mostly, with the subsidy program that we have, we're very familiar, and those are all DC residents. And so there may be some other folks from Maryland that use it. But we're not exactly sure.
I guess more broadly, for people who are coming into the city because of work, will this alleviate kind of the logjam that they're experiencing, as well as with DC residents?
Well, our focus is on DC residents, and so that's our focus. I mean, I'm not really sure I understand your question.
Well, I guess if there are only so many daycare spots available, and if people are coming in from outside the city, those aren't even necessarily counted in the numbers. So if they're also looking for daycare, everybody's competing for the same number of spots, subsidized or not subsidized, basically. So these initiatives would help people
These initiatives
elsewhere.
will create more slots. Yes, for everybody, but presumably there'll be more slots for DC residents. And the programs that we're talking about for our district government buildings will be for DC residents. Are any other questions? Yes.
I believe that investing in these daycare slots will keep young families in the district into the future, into pre-K, into kindergarten and beyond.
Well, this is what we know, is that we recognize it as a pinch point. We have a lot of things for young families, including universal pre-K, which is free school starting at 3 years old. But that also has created a change to the business model for child care centers, especially as it relates to infant and toddler slots. So we want to address that. We have dramatically improved our elementary education, our building facilities and parks and playgrounds and recreation facilities for young parents as well. But we do recognize this 0 to 3 as a pinch point. And it's, while we heard a question about cost, that is definitely a consideration, because we know we have the costliest daycare, among the costliest daycare anywhere in the country. But it's also availability. People simply cannot find slots. There are waiting lists that are very long. So we know that we have to change the financial dynamic for existing providers and to attract new providers for daycare slots, especially infant and toddler, where we have the biggest demand. Okay, thank you, everybody.